Hey everybody, you've made it. Uh, you've made it through your second term, your second class. You finished the Book of Mormon. That's got to feel so good. Maybe this is the first time for you to have made it through the Book of Mormon, or maybe the first time in a long time. Or you're like, as a matter of fact, it's the most recent time, and I've made it through many times. Whatever the case may be, uh, you're gonna get it done. And this is a culmination. This is a week of like excitement to really sit back and go, man, what a true book. These last few weeks in your share it experiences, and even with when you're reporting on your study for the week, so many of you have just been talking about how wonderful it is to be back in the Book of Mormon, to be feeling the Spirit, to have those principles and those doctrines coming alive, and that's just it's touching. It's wonderful to hear your witness, your understanding obviously can strengthen me. And so I appreciate that. And so, we've never officially met. I've tried to provide videos that would offer encouragement, that would keep you excited. Um, but if you would permit me, I just want to read the very last verse of the Book of Mormon. And so, um, but before I do that, this week's study, three chapters. Two of those chapters are actually words of Mormon. They're letters that he wrote that Moroni is including, and so it's fun to have our record keeper Mormon come back and to be able to hear his witness, um, and to have Moroni as that final recorder. The last chapter of the Book of Mormon. Obviously, we have the promise that he gives us, but just this idea that no matter how ugly, nasty, sinful, terrible the world is, there is good, there is light, there is God, and there's gifts of the Spirit, and there's love, and there's charity, and there's all these things, at our fingertips. God is real, and so as you finish up the book, just remember that. Just maybe reflect on the trudging through of the book, or this year in your study, but just take a moment and count your blessings. I still want to read this verse, but consider doing this one thing. It's not an assignment, but just consider. So you can respond to the announcements that I post. Would you please consider, what have you learned? If you could just boil it down to one thing that has just been such a blessing, could you just share that? And then all of us, can come together and just with each other, because you've had your discussion boards where you had just a portion of the class and you've helped each other. But again, I don't know what your stress level is. I don't know what else you want, and maybe just like, I just want to get done. Consider sharing one last witness, one last testimony, one last opportunity for this cohort, this class, to be able to hear you share your feelings about the Lord. So, last verse. And now I bid unto all farewell. I'm not dying, but Moroni says, I soon go to rest in the paradise of God until my spirit and body shall again reunite, and I am brought forth triumphant through the air to meet you before the pleasing bar of the great Jehovah, the eternal judge of both quick and dead. Amen. It's just a beautiful visual of all these faithful individuals. They're going to come back. We're going to see them, and he says, and we're going to triumphant. I guess the proper word would have been say we're going to triumph. But I'm going to see you someday at the Judgment Day. I hope. I hope that we're going to say, hey, remember when we were in that class together? God bless you for your goodness. God bless you for your faithfulness. God bless you for doing hard things. I testify to you that the gospel of Jesus Christ is in this church. It's in this book. And if we can just raise our level of commitment and dedication, we can do so much to prepare this world for the second coming of the Messiah.